to Media Morals. Yesterday I read this book, What If It's Us? And this is another co-written book. Becky wrote Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda, which was made into Love, Simon the movie, and that was a really cute book. Basically, this book is just about these two guys that meet in New York, and they're separated before they exchange contact numbers, even though they find each other attractive. And so the whole story is just them finding each other again, going on dates, and having fun together. I wasn't really sure what I wanted the theme to be. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to use this book because there's not really a clear moral to follow, especially since the whole book revolves around a relationship. And so I thought I would just focus more on kind of what's going on right now in my life, just more like friendships. In the book, the two main characters kind of thought it was like universe putting them together, and so I just wanted to kind of talk about how friendships work and how we can try to be better versions of ourselves, but also be ourselves and not change for someone else. I bookmarked the page when I was reading it because I thought there was like a fun quote, but maybe this wasn't how life works. Maybe it's all about people coming into your life for a little while, and you take what they give you and use it on your next friendship or relationship. And if you're lucky, maybe some people pop back in after you thought they were gone for good. So obviously there's not really much context because I didn't explain the scenario, and I don't really want to go too into the summary because I spend forever rambling about it. I just think that means like you can't really try to control a relationship or something. I heard this somewhere, and I don't know if I'm going to put this in, but basically someone was like, if a relationship is like a fart and you have to force it, it's probably crap. And so I think this is kind of the same. You can't try to force something that's not there, and you should really be flexible to what's really going on and the scenario you're in and the friends you have. I'm sure you've heard it before, but people change, and then people grow up and they move on, and I think that's something I'm kind of scared of too. I feel like because I'm more introverted, finding friends and getting close to people takes like a while, and so moving on to college or just in general and leaving friendships that I've developed over the years, I think it's going to be really sad for me because I love meeting new people and making new friends, but it does take more time and a lot more effort, and you never really know how it's going to work out. And I also really care about my friends, their support, and having fun with them and having good conversation and just hanging out with them means a lot to me, and so I really value the time we get to spend together. So, do you believe in the universe and in fate and in karma and all the ideas that people say exist, but there's there's no proof, but there are things that happen that you're like, oh, that's karma, or it's the universe, or it's fate, but do you really know? Obviously this book is a fictional book, and it's definitely an anomaly because when would this happen to you, So that's why I feel like fictional books set high expectations sometimes that really don't follow through. And that's another thing about this book. It was a really cute read and really light, but a few videos back I talked about pictures in the light, and I feel like that's a way more accurate representation of high school, at least where I live. Maybe it's just the authors had very different experiences in high school than I am having. It's great to enjoy these books, but also not take it to heart and set them as a standard for something we have to follow because it's not always very realistic. I feel like personally, I kind of believe in karma, or I don't know if I believe in karma exactly. I just believe that being kind to others makes other people want to be kind back to you. And I don't really think that's karma. I think karma is more of oh, if you give someone $1, something good will happen to you. But I feel like being kind and generous to others, and then when they thank you or show their appreciation, that's not as much karma as it is just reciprocating a kind gesture or something. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to know that it does exist, because it's really hard to do something purely just out of the kindness of your heart and to give really selflessly, because I feel like there's few times when you're actually truly just selfless and you're giving, and that's something that I really want to work on. New Year's resolution, to just be kind to others without expecting anything back. It would be nice to know that karma exists, and that everything you're doing will come back. And I feel like another thing is that on the flip side, knowing that a bad person or just someone that does bad things is going to have their bad actions reflected back on them would also be really reassuring. But the thing is, it really doesn't happen like that, and life is really unpredictable, and a lot of things happen that you probably wish don't. I feel like the world would be a lot more kind. There's so many bad things that happen every day in the world, and like a utopia of everyone was just so selflessly kind. Everything exists because we're not perfect and everyone messes up, and whether intentionally or unintentionally, and that's just life, so you gotta roll with it. Em and I will be doing a holiday video together, which I'm super excited about. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!